In this video, I'd like to talk about one of my personal favorite shapes to play on the electric bass, and that's the box shape. Now, the box shape is named the way it is because the notes form a box of notes. For this chart, we're looking at Waiting for a Girl Like You by the British-American rock band Foreigner, released on their album 4 in 1981. And the chart that I'm using comes from the Real Rock Book Volume 2 on page 358 if you're playing along at home. So what exactly is this box shape? Let's just get into it. The first chord in the chart is B flat minor, and the box shape is a shape of notes that we can use over 3 particular chord types in music. This would be the minor triad, the minor 7 arpeggio, and the dominant 7 arpeggio. You can use this shape over all 3 chords, which is super handy as bass players. You just identify those chords on the chart and off you go. You can just play the shape. All you need to do is find the root note for each of those chords on either the E string or on the A string, and then you can play the rest of the pattern and just go for your life. So B flat minor is the first chord. We'll start with B flat. In the demo, I played it on the 6th fret of the E string, B flat, and the shape goes like this: root note, and then 5th, and then minor 7, and then octave. That's the box shape. And the good news for us as bass players is we can play this entire shape over line 1, line 2, and line 3 because it's all the same chords. It's B flat minor, and then A flat major with a B flat in the bass. It also works on that particular chord type. It sounds just as good on that chord as well. And so when we get to the 3rd and 4th line, which is the second half of the verse, we've got the same chord progression but now put in F minor. So we've got F minor 7 and then E flat major with F in the bass. So we can play the same box shaped notes by starting on F. So you could play it on F, the 1st fret of the E string, and then just play 5th, flat 7, and octave on top of that. Alternatively, if you're up for it, you can play it on the 8th fret of the A string, 1 octave higher. Root note F, 5th, flat 7, and octave. Again, this works on the dominant 7 chord type as well, and there's an F7 in the last line of the verse, so we can still play it there. Root, 5th, flat 7, octave. Works in both positions. When we get to the pre-chorus, we've got 2 chords that we go back and forth between. We can use the box shape for the second chord, which is A flat major. So box shape, we can play the full box shape on the A flat major chord, because we're treating it like it's an A flat dominant 7 chord. G flat major 9, this is sort of like a G flat major 7 chord with a 9 on top. So the major 7 doesn't work with the box shape, but the good news is we can just leave that note out. We don't need to play it. So we can play G flat or the root, and then play the 5th, play the octave. That's what I did in the demo. So that covers the pre-chorus section. We'll go on to the chorus now, and we've got E flat minor triad. So once again, this works for minor chords. You can play it on E flat minor triad. And if you've got the 5 string like I do, you can play it down the octave as well. C flat major is the same as B major. We can't play the minor 7, but we can play the rest of the box shape. Root, 5th, and octave. So we're just leaving out that 7. And then what's the other chord we haven't looked at? A flat minor. So find your root note, A flat, it's on the E string here. And the full box shape will work. So again, I'm only thinking about where's my root note, and then I'm just playing the rest of the shape from there. While we're on the topic of that, where's my root note? Once you get a handle on this box shape thing, you can try to go backwards in the shape. So for all of these, we've been ascending and then descending. But we're always starting from a low root note. You also want to try to think of the shape backwards. So if you're in a high area of the neck, say you're on F minor 7 and you're on this F, you should be able to think backwards in this pattern and play lines like that. So you should be able to take this pattern and morph it and change it and play it in lots of different ways, ascending as well as descending, so that you have total control over how you play it. Now, for those of you who are a bit more advanced, you can do something that I was doing in the demo, which is adding on a couple of notes. Going back to B flat minor. That's a basic box shape. And I added the 9, which is taking the octave, which is, I think, the 8th fret of the D string, and then going up 2 frets from there, 9, 10, to get to a C natural. That's the 9 of B flat minor. So adding that note on top gives you some really nice melodic possibilities for your bass lines. So that'll just about do it for this box shape. That's really all there is to it, so have some fun with the box shape and let me know how you go with it, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.